Welcome to track number 18 of All Out.
The last one is academic pursuits of a certain level. Have academic pursuits. Do you see? Of a certain capacity. For instance, if you take, what school are you going to, Marcella? You working? What school did you go to? Did you go to university? You didn't go to. Why? You are going in September. Okay. What are you going to study in September? Law. Okay. When you finish law, you can go further. More years of study. Do you understand? That the more you study something, the more difficult it is to ever leave it. That's something that people don't realize. Because if after going to medical school for 7 years, I'm going to specialize again for another 4 years, and after specialize, I'm going to sub-specialize for another 3 years. Do you understand? I've taken myself deeper, and it becomes difficult to ever do that. In fact, I was talking to one of my mates. I was in school with him just a few days ago. And he said to me, I have always wanted to be, because he's always been very serious in the work of God. He said, I've always wanted to be full-time. And that is what I've always wanted. Then for the first time since I've ever met him, he admitted that now, because of where he is and how far he's gone and the bills that he has to pay, he realized that he's probably never going to ever be full-time in the ministry. Because we all finished in 1989, you understand? But then, going further and further and further and further, you get it? I mean, you must ask yourself, when you finish all that, I mean, what's the use of learning this very specialized area without ever working on it or with it? I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say. So, education beyond a certain point is one of the entanglements which you find very difficult to escape from. You get it? So those of you who are going to school, education up to a point is good. Further education and further investment of your life. Meanwhile, you don't know how many years you will live. Do you understand? So you are even taking a risk that the remaining few years, I'm going to put in all this. You get it? And then a little more and a little more and a little more. Why would you not reap a little from it? It becomes more difficult. And that's what I've also seen. That people who are academics, so we have MBA, PhD, some of the MBAs and so on, they cost thousands of pounds. There are some MBAs or MPH and so on. You have to pay 10,000 pounds. This 1,000 pounds you have to, Yeah. Its average price is how much? Yeah, 9,000 to 10,000 pounds. Got to do MPA, there's MPH in the medical field. You need to pay about 10,000 pounds. $20,000 and so on. You got to get a loan to do this, to do that, so that it makes you go deeper into a certain world, whether you like it or not. And it becomes more difficult to come out. So brothers and sisters, you must ask yourself, as for education, it's something you need. You need to go to university, you need to go to school. But you have to ask yourself, at a certain point, if really I want to really go all the way with the Lord, then why am I doing this thing? Why am I doing this? It means I want to go this way. And that's the only implication it's ever going to have. Yeah, that's what it means, implications. May God give you wisdom. When you see the entangling things coming, you say, I have seen one before. If you haven't even seen it, say it, because you've heard of it in the preaching. And you've been told enough stories to be able to say, I've seen one before. I know this thing. This is how this one ends. Stand to your feet.